going to make a small little mini backpack. It's so cute. It's so little. It's smaller than my hand. If you want to learn how to make this little fun backpack, keep watching. So for our little mini coin backpack, we're gonna need a couple of shapes. We're gonna need a couple shapes. We're gonna need one long rectangle. This is gonna go around our backpack. Two little rectangles. This one is optional. These will be the straps for our little backpack. We're gonna need this shape that's more of an arch. So like a bridge shape or a rainbow shape. This is gonna be for the top backpack that closes. And this also bridge-like shape is gonna be my little backpack. So depending how big you want your backpack is depending how big your arch will turn out. And I'm gonna have to cut them out. So here we go. We have our backpack, our straps for our backpack. This is what's gonna be around here. That's gonna let you open your backpack and have space to put things inside. So depending how long this rectangle is depending how tall our backpack's gonna be. And then this green is gonna be the flap that goes over our backpack. So you're gonna need two straps, one long shape, one flap to close, and two backpack shapes, the front and the back. So now we're gonna start sewing things together. I would definitely recommend sewing your project together so it is able to hold heavier items or a lot of coins. If you choose not to sew, A-okay, glue is an option. I would recommend leaving this part out. So instead of sewing our long rectangle onto our backpack, I would recommend just gluing around our backpack shape. So I'm gonna sew this on like this. It's gonna form a weird shape at first, that's okay. It's gonna look a little off, it's okay. So I'm gonna do a line stitch. Next part we are going to do is attach our other end of the backpack onto this fabric. So this is when we're gonna flip the orange side out because we're gonna flip it again. And as you can see, this is the pretty side and this is the not so pretty side. So I want the not so pretty side to show when we are stitching on our fabric, because then we're gonna flip it and it'll be just the pretty side. Wait a minute. Yes, that is what we'll do. So our backpack side is gonna be under our line, our rectangle, our orange shape. So we're gonna stop at the top corner so we could go all the way around, because if we start here, after this there's nothing else to sew. So it makes sense to go around. And we're again continuing our line stitch. So then we're gonna flip it. And this is how it's gonna look. Or if you like this side better, that's okay too. It's whatever side you like better. I think Miss Brittany's liking this side a little bit better. Even if you could see our little knots, I think it looks like a backpack. So next we're gonna put on our straps. So you're gonna have to decide which side do you want to be the back. I think this side will be my back. And we're gonna stitch 2 lines. So we're just gonna stitch on the top part and then on the bottom part. This again, it's gonna be a little tricky because we're flipping a lot of stuff around. So again, we're just gonna do a line stitch. That's it. We could cut it and tie it off. For the next part, we are going to fold in our strap so it looks like a backpack. So you're just gonna, again, put 1 stitch. And that's it. And then cut it long enough so you're able to tie it off. Because if you don't have enough string to tie it off with, then we can't tie it. And then we're gonna have to redo that step again. So again, this step is optional. You don't have to put straps on your backpack if you don't want to. If you're making maybe a backpack for an action figure, a toy, then this is a really great way to do it too. Maybe you want a matching backpack with your toy, that'd be great too. That'd be fun. Make sure to trim any extra string so that way you don't have a bunch of string flying all over the place. It makes the project look a lot neater. So they end up looking like this. This is the back of our backpack, and now we're gonna work on the front of our backpack. We are going to stitch a button. If you have a button, if you don't, that's okay. I think I'm gonna use this button. Nice big button. There's nothing fancy when sewing a button. You could just stick your string into the button first, especially if it only has 1 like mine does. And just wherever you think it'll go. And then go back through the fabric. And then you stick the needle through the hole 1 more time. You stick your needle into the fabric again. And that's it, and you just tie it off inside the fabric. So on the side where I put the backpack straps, you are going to put the strap, you're going to put the closure, this is what's going to make sure it stays closed, onto the back as well. So if you think it's too big, you can just trim it a little bit so it fits a little bit better. I like that. And we're just gonna do a straight stitch all the way down. For the next part, you're gonna decide where to cut a line on your backpack lid so the button can go through. So make sure you don't make a big cut. You want it small enough so you could adjust, because if you make it too big, then the button might come out and it won't keep your stuff closed. Yay! Look at our little mini backpack. And you could add more buttons, or if you want to add more sparkle, or if maybe you want to add more string to add like little details, I think that'll be great. So if you want, this next part is optional. If you want to make sure it stays more secure and things don't come falling out from the sides, then you could always just stitch up the sides a little bit more. Stitch up the sides on the side. Miss Brittany's not going to do this step because I think it turned out wonderful even without any sides. But especially if you want to have like coins, or mainly coins. If you want to put money in here, don't put coins because they'll fall out through the side. So that's why I would recommend maybe closing it off a little bit more. Stitching it a little bit higher so that way you could just slip coins inside and then close it. We did it! We made our small little backpack. And now we could put things in it, like more buttons, more felt, more string. Yay! But also, don't flip it, because if you flip it, then all your buttons come out. So again, remember, if you want nothing to come out, then you will want to stitch it higher. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you next time. Bye.